This game is Kran versus Kczakman. This is a loser's bracket game. So whoever loses this match is out of the tournament. Kczakman is a gold rank player. I'm not familiar with how good Kran is. Okay, this black hole is already interesting. Okay, Kczakman seems to know how to do it. Okay, Kran does not seem experienced with this kind of black hole. But he makes it anyway. Is he gonna manage this cannon setup? What's the best way to do this? I might slide down to the spring, jump up, and then slide off. But I'm sure there's lots of ways to go about it. Okay, both players on their last life. What are the odds that this is a scoring round immediately? 0%. Okay, neither player makes it. Already very difficult for a first round. What's Kczakman gonna do with... Okay, so many cannons already. It's... half the items have been cannons so far. Now one of the cannons makes that part a lot easier. Okay, that block makes the black hole setup quite tricky. Oh, and the arrow as well. Jeez. Okay. I mean, the difficulty from the other setup is mostly gone, so it's really just who can get this first. It's a very volatile setup. This could easily be both players make it. It could easily be no one makes it. It could easily be a point either way. Okay, Kczakman makes it through. Okay, Kran has 2 chances left. 1 chance left. If Kczakman dies, he still has 2 more chances. Okay. Is this going to be an early point? Oh, we have Quaz in chat, who is one of the creators of this map. Honestly, maybe my second favorite from this tournament. It probably maybe my favorite design-wise. It is amazing. Okay, early point for Kczakman. Interesting. He just seems to be more familiar with this kind of black hole setup. Kczakman is quite a strong player to be in the losers bracket this early. Surely it would just be possible to crawl under the block here. Maybe not with the black hole pulling you, but surely you could just crawl by the 1x1 block, and then when the sword's passing over, you could just go under. Are both players not seeing this? Or am I wrong? Because I think the black hole's too far away to pull you in. Okay, crying out of lives. Kczakman makes it. Is this going to be 2 points in a row? On his last life as well? Never mind. This wire position got him. But Kczakman clearly has an advantage with this black hole setup. Kczakman seems to be trying to limit the difficulty in other parts of the map. Yeah, so both players not... I mean, maybe one of the players realizes and doesn't want to give it away when the other player is right there. But as far as I'm aware, both players haven't realized that you could just crawl under and completely ignore the hardest setup on the map by far. Because for Kczakman, it doesn't seem to matter. He can just get through it effortlessly. Okay, this is a lot more difficult now. It's a Kiata. Once you get the Kiata, I think the wall jump isn't too bad, but it's still quite a tricky Kiata into some tough precision. Okay, Kran makes it through. This is his first time through in a while. He hasn't had any experience with these later parts. Oh, and he holds right and dies to the wire. That's unfortunate. Kczakman has just had that experience with the later part of the level, so he knows what to do. Okay, last life for Kczakman. Okay, neither player opts to get the bomb. Rather, they're both trying to make things more difficult. Actually, that doesn't make things more difficult. You now need to time your cannon, however, there's no longer any Kiata involved. Is neither player going to notice that you can just crawl under? That's... okay, an interesting cannon. It's essentially just an obstacle. I don't think there's any way to avoid flying into the spike ball there. Okay, Kczakman getting extremely consistent with that. Okay. Kczakman dies, however, he still has 3 of his lives left. Kran needs to do something about this first setup. Kczakman is just too consistent at it. Okay, the black hole is gone. So now both players should be able to make it through, although that arrow is now going to hit the cannon, by the way. So that this setup isn't, it's definitely easier. It's just very changed now. However, Kczakman has still had more experience with the later parts of the map. It's important to consider. I wonder if that was intentional when Kczakman placed that cannon, that it would make it harder if the black hole was blown up. Oh, that's unfortunate timing. With so much delay, it's difficult to tell. Welcome to the stream, Hegel Leibniz. Probably butchered that. Okay, is Kczakman going to manage to make it? He's going for the coyote here, which seems smart. Okay. What did he die to there? A lot of delay. So 5 rounds left, halfway through. Kczakman's big advantage is gone. Both players are still struggling with this setup, even though the black hole is gone. Just went from one difficult setup to a completely different difficult setup with one bomb. Again, you can still just crawl under it, but neither player has realized that yet. Okay, Kran, smart, going above. Okay, now he realizes you can go under. Okay. Took long enough. Kczakman may not even get to use it this turn, because he's on his last life. This could be... okay, never mind. I was going to say it could be Kran's point back, but he dies to the flower. However, Kran no longer having any issue with this first part. Made it twice in a row. This is a tough timing, just because of the delay. Oh, Kran opts to go over the flower, and almost makes it, but panics. Oh, that's an unfortunate death from Kczakman to the black hole. That is a tough black hole. Neither player has gotten to it yet, until now. Okay, it's Kran's chance to get the point back. But Kran hasn't had any experience with that black hole setup, I don't think. Realistically, the black hole setup is the final hurdle. Wait, is it full? Yeah. So Kran still losing. However, Kczakman's advantage is almost nothing now. They're quite equal with what's currently there. If anything, I would give the advantage to Kran, except with this setup here. So just take his time on the flower. He can stand on the opposite side of the flower. He can take more time than he thinks he has. Oh, that's an unfortunate death to Kczakman, not getting enough of a run up. Kran, very consistent with this first setup. An unfortunate death. But both players on their last life. Because they're getting very consistent, but they're not getting any practice with that black hole setup. Oh, never mind. I should be paying more attention. The black hole setup is gone. Oh, that was a very unfortunate death by Kczakman earlier then. The final hurdle. Finally, a little bit more is happening with this first setup. Neither player was having much trouble with it. So many cycles. That's an unfortunate... Okay, both players, unfortunate deaths there. There is a safe spot on top of the Arsaur while crouching. Both players seem to know this. Okay, but... Hey, Kran makes it through. Kczakman, 2 lives left. Kczakman, I don't think he's made it past that arrow setup a single time. I think in the next building phase, the last building phase, something might need to change. Because I do think that Kran is slightly advantaged, except for that setup. Like, he's so much more consistent at the beginning portion. Maybe a few more silly deaths in easier parts. That's an unfortunate death. Okay, last round. Kran needs to score here. And in my opinion, something needs to change with that cannon and arrow setup. Because Kran has died there more than 5 times. It would be... Kran opting to bomb the arrow he wasn't struggling with. I suppose that with the block on it's a bit different. But I wonder why Kran is not opting to nerf that setup. Okay, I'm blocking the arrow there. Honestly, I just block that arrow. Yep. Okay. Okay, with that play, it's very possible for Kran to make a comeback here. Both players, an unfortunate early death. Okay, this... Never mind. I did not realize how ridiculous this setup is without the block. That wall jump is absurd. Maybe Kran should have used the barrel there. While avoiding the arrow, that wall jump is crazy. Okay, Kran's last chance here. This might be the end. Okay, that's GG's. Kczakman moves on. Kran is eliminated from the Distortion intermediate bracket. Kczakman stays in.